Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to turn a steering wheel properly. This will be a very simple driving tutorial. Firstly, I want to talk about your hand positioning on the steering wheel. For two-handed steering, if you're driving with two hands, you want to keep your hands somewhere around here. There's a big argument whether you should keep them at 10 and 2 or sort of 9 and 3, but you know what? To be honest with you, it doesn't really make that much of a difference as long as you have them in this sort of position over here. This is where you should keep them. Some people drive like this, but that doesn't give you as much control over the steering wheel. So I would recommend keeping your hands like this. If you happen to be driving a manual car where you have to be shifting, then you want to keep your hands somewhere around here, which is, around this area with one hand over here when you are steering the car, if you are shifting in a manual car. That's sort of the one-handed steering position, okay? Now, with regards to the actual steering of the car, there are a few methods, okay? There's hand-over-hand steering, which is if you're holding the steering wheel like this, you want to basically go like that, okay? I'll just turn it back and show you the other way. You want to bring one hand over the other hand, like that, okay? Very simple. Once again, hand over hand. That's one method. There's also sort of a push and pull steering technique, which is sort of like this. And you can use that too. I mean, either one is okay, depending on where you live. There are certain ones that are standards and more commonly used than the other ones. And then once again, if you're driving a manual car and you're steering with one hand, you want to keep your hand up here and then, go like this. You want to palm the steering wheel, rotate it around, and grab it at the top, just like that, okay? Just like that. That's sort of the one-handed method. It's pretty easy. Now, with regards to the amount that you should be turning the steering wheel when you turn, this is a very, very common thing that people ask. I'm going to actually just show you right now. So, when you are taking the steering wheel and you are taking a turn, the more that you turn the steering wheel, the sharper that the turn will be. With that being said, generally speaking, when you're taking a turn on a road, when you're driving, you don't have to turn the steering wheel all the way. This is more for like a three-point turn. I've turned the steering wheel all the way, and now the car is making a really, really, really sharp turn. Okay, so the car's really turning. I'm gonna just finish my three-point turn right now, just like that. So if you want to make a really sharp turn, what you want to do is you want to really crank that steering wheel all the way, just like that, okay? Very simple. Now, if you're just taking a regular turn, I'm just going to go around this little loop right here, and I'll show you how much you should turn the steering wheel if you're just taking a regular turn. So if you're taking a regular turn on the road, let's say I'm just driving straight over here, I'm going to show you a somewhat normal turn. You want to turn the steering wheel about this much. As you can see, it's not even a full turn. Okay, it's about 3/4 of a turn to 80% of a turn. That's the regular amount that you want to turn the steering wheel. Now I'll show you once again. Let's say I'm just driving on the street over here and I want to turn the steering wheel. I want to take a turn on a corner, just like that. About 80% of a turn is what you would generally need when you're just driving on the road, taking a turn onto a side street. Show you once again. I'm driving over here. I want to turn to my right. Just going to go like that. About 75–80% of a turn on the steering wheel. That is basically the amount that you should be turning the steering wheel when you're taking a regular turn on the road. But that's basically it. In this video, I have shown you how to steer a car properly. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.